You will always be a monster.
PlayStation Productions is at it again, bringing another one of their super popular video games to life. You know, in the past, turning video games into movies or series wasn't always a smooth ride. But hey, things are looking up. Just check out the awesome Super Mario Bros. Movie, which made over $1 billion at the box office, and the Last of Us series, with an almost perfect rating everywhere. They're killing it. It's like the whole genre's getting a new lease on life. Now, let's talk about God of War. Remember that epic action-adventure game from way back in 2005? Well, it's been a hit with gamers ever since. And finally, after some false starts, Hollywood's getting serious about turning it into a series. Yep, you heard right. It's not just a movie this time, it's a full-blown series. With the success of other game adaptations, it's about time Kratos and the gang got their shot on the small screen. So, get ready for some godly action, because the live-action God of War series is happening, and here's the lowdown on what we know so far. And I know the first thing that you guys probably want to know about is, who is playing Kratos? Fans are buzzing with speculation about who'll land roles in the upcoming God of War series, even though casting details are still under wraps. Everywhere you look, there's a rumor swirling about potential stars. Names like Dwayne Johnson and Jason Momoa have been tossed around for the role of Kratos. Imagine that. But guess who's really gunning for it? Christopher Judge, the guy who voices Kratos in the game. Seems like a perfect fit, right? With his deep ties to the franchise, he's definitely got a shot. And then there's Dave Bautista. Fans are rooting for him big time. I mean, the guy's got the muscles and the acting chops to nail Kratos' tough-as-nails persona, but hey, looking the part is just one piece of the puzzle. Finding someone who can truly embody Kratos, whether they're a big name or not, is what really matters. Let's see who ends up joining the divine cast. Meanwhile, something that is confirmed is the showrunner. Right now, the person leading the charge for the God of War series is Rafe Judkins, known for his work on the Wheel of Time. Judkins has some solid experience under his belt, having previously written for PlayStation Productions' Uncharted adaptation. This familiarity with game adaptations should definitely help him navigate the challenges of bringing such a beloved franchise to life. Joining Judkins in shaping the series are Mark Fergus and Hawk Ostby, a dynamic duo with an impressive track record. They've collaborated on projects like Children of Men, Iron Man, and The Expanse, so they know their stuff when it comes to crafting compelling stories. Adding to the mix, the executive producers of the series boast an impressive lineup. From Santa Monica Studio, we've got Yumi Yang, known for her work on The Con, and Jeff Ketchum, who's made his mark with Transformers. PlayStation Productions is also represented by Asad Kizilbash, known for his involvement in Uncharted, and Carter Swan, who played a role in The Last of Us. Roy Lee from Vertigo, the mastermind behind Barbarian, rounds out the team. But wait, there's more! Cory Barlog, a seasoned veteran of the God of War franchise, is stepping into an executive production role too. With his wealth of experience in the series, he's bound to ensure that the show stays true to its roots and keeps fans happy. Now, what about the plot of the God of War series about? Fans are understandably eager to see how the plot of the God of War series unfolds, given the rich history and intricate lore of the franchise. Success often hinges on staying true to these beloved roots. However, any worries were put to rest after a conversation between Collider's Stephen Weintraub and Vernon Sanders, head of television at Amazon Studios. Sanders had high praise for what Rafe Judkins, Mark Fergus, and Hawk Ostby have cooked up for the series. He reassured fans that the storyline remains faithful to the source material, while also being engaging for newcomers. According to Sanders, even if you've never played the game, you'll still be drawn into the world of the show. Sounds like they're onto something big. This news is a big deal for fans, especially when you consider the official plot synopsis of the series. It describes Kratos, the god of war, leaving Greece behind and settling in the Norse realm of Midgard after being exiled. But when his wife passes away, Kratos embarks on a monumental journey with his son to fulfill her final wish of having her ashes scattered from the highest peak. It's clear that a lot of care and effort is being poured into crafting the series storyline, catering to the dedicated fan base who have invested so much in the franchise over the years. It's no wonder many view God of War as a serious contender for the title of the best video game adaptation, potentially rivaling the success of The Last of Us. Now, it'd be amazing if Amazon's God of War TV show has some of these things that we fans want to see. Alright, hear me out. God of War needs to dive straight into the storyline from the 2018 game. That game? It's like the ultimate starting point for newcomers. Sure, some folks might argue for kicking off with the original trilogy, but the 2018 one? It's got the goods, giving us a deep dive into Kratos' backstory. Plus, it's fresher in everyone's minds, which means it's got that mass appeal factor. Let's look at The Last of Us. TV gold, right? And a big part of that was the bond between Joel and Ellie. Well, guess what? Kratos and Atreus from the 2018 game? They've got that same potential for a killer dynamic. So yeah, bring on the 2018 storyline for the series. Also, why not bring some of the game's actors to the TV adaptation of God of War? Sure, some roles might need to be recast, but there are definitely opportunities to keep things consistent. Characters like Brock, Sindri, and Mimir could easily be brought to life through CGI, with their original voice actors reprising their roles. It's a win-win, keeping that familiar feel for fans while adding a layer of authenticity to the series. And hey, why stop there? Sonny Suljic and Danielle Bisutti, who nailed it as Atreus and Freya in the game, could totally continue their roles in the live-action adaptation. They've got the look and the acting chops to pull it off seamlessly. It sounds like a solid plan to me. Speaking of comebacks, Bear McCreary absolutely needs to return to compose the score for the God of War series. I mean, this guy's a legend. He's the mastermind behind the iconic music in the God of War games, setting the perfect tone for Kratos' epic adventures. Plus, let's not forget his incredible work on Prime Video's The Rings of Power. That fantasy score? Pure gold. It just makes sense for McCreary to take the reins again for the God of War show. He's already got that deep connection to the franchise, and imagine the magic he could weave with even more space to work his musical genius. Sure, it'll be a tough act to follow, especially after the stellar music in God of War Ragnarok, but if anyone can do it justice, it's Bear McCreary. The last thing that I ask of them is that the bond between Kratos and Atreus needs to take center stage in the God of War series. I mean, just look at how The Last of Us nailed it with Joel and Ellie's relationship on TV. It captured hearts left and right, bridging the gap between gamers and non-gamers. And guess what? Kratos and Atreus have the same potential. Sure, Kratos might be a bit gruffer than Joel, and Atreus might whine a bit more than Ellie, but their moments of connection in the game, they're pure gold. Those tender, heartfelt scenes are what make the series so special, and a TV adaptation would be smart to capitalize on that. So yeah, let's make Kratos and Atreus the beating heart of the show. Well, that's it. For now, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.